What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, family? We in the building. Talk to your boy, man. Let me know if we in the building. You hear me? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? How y'all feeling? 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 Let's go. How we feeling, y'all? Nope, 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 nope. We in the building. We in the building. We in the building. How y'all feeling? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, what up, family? What up, 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 what up? How everybody feeling? Let's get the lights up. Let's get the lights up. Let's get going. I got something I want to talk to us about. I want to, we had a lot going on yesterday in the market. A lot of people got, scared. And we won't get to it, man. So before we get into it, let's just start here. I know everybody gonna get in. Wait up, let me see something. All right, let me see. I'm in here. Trap was good. Was good. Was good. I plan to spend a little time with us today. You heard me? So let me know. Let me know where you're from. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm telling you to check it. Yeah, I can't do all that. I'm on my screen. It, yeah, I'm on. Text me, dog. All right, how we feeling, man? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. All right, so where y'all from, man? Let me know where everybody from right quick. Let me know where everybody from right quick. Let me know where everybody from right quick. We got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. And what I want to do tonight is I want to walk us through what happened the other day. I want to walk us through what happened the other day. I want to walk us through what happened yesterday in the market. Let me start off by saying this, and I'm gonna just be honest with you. Yesterday I got smacked. Your boy got hit for 200 and something thousand. You know what I'm saying? Your boy got hit for 200 and something thousand. And so we gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about that.
Whoop de doo.
We gonna talk about that. You hear me? All right. So I'm enjoying this so much for sure. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all share this out. Make sure y'all share this out. Because we're gonna tap in for a minute, man. We're gonna tap in for a minute. All right, so what I want to do is I want to start here. First, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, send this out. That's how we get the channel going. I promise y'all this is going to be super informative. I promise y'all this is going to really, really, really turn it up for us. And so also so we can make money off what's ahead. This is not a story that we have seen play out. We've seen this story play out so many times before, right? So allow me to start off right here. Let me start by saying this first and foremost. The market had its biggest down move since April, right? Over 1.6 trillion dollars in market cap was wiped out in 24 hours. The trigger, here's the trigger. One statement from Trump. That's right. One statement from Trump announcing 100% tariff on China, y'all. Right? Announcing 100% tariff on China imports, export controls, and critical software. Now, This wasn't just about a political headline, y'all. This was truly a financial shock that hit everything, stocks, crypto, commodities, all at once. All at once. So don't think, oh, trap is just the stock market. Oh, trap is just, no, everything got hit all at once, y'all. It was a financial shockwave, right? But here's what I want you to know, and this real talk. If you know how to read these moments, this really is not panic, y'all. It's just positioning, right? Now think about this. Now the number, when we got the final numbers in, it was 2.5 trillion gone in the S&P futures in 6 hours. Fear does not destroy wealth, it transfers it. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. Fear doesn't destroy wealth, it transfers it. Let's sit on that for a second. When we say fear doesn't destroy wealth, it transfers it. That tells us for a second why everybody was posting their screenshots. Oh, I made this, I made that, I made this, I made that. They sitting back waiting. And so what happens is, if you get scared in these moments, what you do is you take the money from yourself and you put it in somebody else's pocket. And this is why it's important for us in these moments not to be taken out of position. This is not the position. This is not the moment to be getting scared and say, oh, I'm glad I'm not in the market right now. No, this is a perfect time to be in the market. This is a perfect time. Yep, your plays did get hit right now, but let me ask you this question, and I want you to be real with me. Have we not seen this before? Have we not seen this before? Have we not seen Trump make this type of move and the market has this knee-jerk reaction and then everybody gets scared? Now, I'm going to tell you something. You know who really gets hurt in these moments? It's the retail investor. It's because you haven't built up the mental fortitude or the financial fortitude to navigate this. You thinking you lost some money yesterday. Nah. You just got repositioned. Now, if you're a day trader or something, you probably did take an L. But this has happened all the time. Now watch this. Trump said, there's no reason for us to talk to President Xi while he still has not canceled the phone call. They still got a meeting coming up. These are simply knee-jerk reactions that the market makes. Now let me tell you why this also happened. The market has been overextended, y'all. We know for a fact that the market been running since April. The market has been running since April. Before we get deeper into this conversation, man, I need y'all to share this live out, y'all. Let's share this live out, y'all. Let's please share this live out. Share this live out, y'all. Let's really tap into it. Let's share this live out for me, y'all. Do me a favor. Let's get this out because I'm gonna give us some game tonight on a lot of things, and I think that we need to share this out, y'all, so we can get as many people in this as we can. You know what I'm saying? I want us in this. So let's share this out. Let me know that. All right, so watch this. So many people got shaken out of the market in March and in April, waiting for the opportunity. They kept saying, it's going to go lower. It's going to go lower. Somebody said, Prince put it on Friday and will print Monday. You know what else printed Friday? Gold. You know what else printed Friday? Rare earths. You know what else printed Friday? Spotify. You know why we can say stuff like that? Because there's always stocks that's gonna go up even when the market going down. There's always stocks that's going to go up. There's always stock that's going to run up. So what you need to understand is how can we just position ourselves? Silver, rare earth minerals, companies like USAR that we've been in. We've been here before, y'all. Netflix, we've been here before, y'all. So I'm also saying this because we don't gotta be so emotional when it comes to the market. Let's go a little further into this because we're gonna talk tonight. We're gonna talk tonight, y'all, and it's important. Let me know where you from. Let me know. So watch this. That one move from Trump was like a tariff heard around the world. Now, Trump's post laid out clearly, starting November 1st, 2025, the U.S. will impose 100% tariffs on China imports and restrict exports of critical software. Why does that matter? Well, because China holds a weapon that's not discussed enough, the rare earth diamonds. Now watch this. Look at it like this. Over 2/3 of the world rare earth production comes from China. That's 240,000 tons versus the US's 43,000 tons. And that has been quietly moving since the 1990s. And that's now the front line of this economic war we had. I'm going to say that again. 240,000 tons versus the United States 43,000 tons. Think about that, y'all. Think about that. And whoever controls the rare earths, they control the AI, they control the EVs, they control the chips, they control the defense, they control everything. Now, remember, we talked about this. Now, listen, in the Patreon, matter of fact, I'm not even going to limit it to the Patreon. I literally made a video Monday and said we should buy USAR. Tuesday, it shot up. Wednesday, it shot up. No, Tuesday, it shot up, came back down. Wednesday, it shot up. Thursday, it shot up. Friday, it shot up even more. I see you dancing, Diamonds. They them rare earths come like, I'm telling y'all, this is the wave. Now, let me break this down a little bit more too, because we need to truly understand this perspective of it. The US and China are going to come to some type of deal, but we looking at a world right now where both parties are realizing, hey, we don't want to go into this next frontier depending on the other. That's right. Neither one of them want to go into the next decade or the next frontier, which is this AI. And you know this is not a bubble. Thank you for the super chat, family. We know this is not a bubble. Why is this not a bubble? Because we know that AI is everywhere. We know that AI is all around us. We see EVs going everywhere. We see this. So we see what's going on. And so now it's about China saying, yo, we not about to depend on them. And it's about America really saying, we not about to depend on them either. So you see Donald Trump making these moves. You see America buying into companies like Intel. You see America buying into getting revenue from companies like NVIDIA and AMD. You see America getting into companies like Trilogy. This is a fight for independence, because neither one of them wants to go into this next revolution saying, I am the sole owner of this. And right now, I'll be honest, China has a stronghold. And they both are like, hey, we got to rid ourselves. So now we got to have this. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Let me know in the chat if I'm making sense right now, y'all. Let me know in the chat if I'm making sense. Let me know, right? Because we're going to get into actually like, how do we move forward with this? Right? I see you, man. Do I give levels? Yes, I do in the Patreon. I am making sense. Xavier said, yes, you making sense. Rising Phoenix said, yes, you making sense. Fiona said, yes, you making sense. That's what I'm talking about. I just want to make it make sense to us. Now, let's go a little further. Let's connect the dots. The S&P lost 3.5% in one day. That's $2.5 trillion moves. Crypto liquidations hit 19.5 billion, a record. Oil, copper, natural gas, all down sharply. Listen, this is what happens. These aren't just random moves, y'all. This was a market that has been stretched. Warren Pye said that 119 days straight without a 3% pullback. When have you, like, I want you to understand something. 119 days without a 3% pullback. When you have an overvalued name or overvalued names in the market, that's too much optimism. And it takes a spark like a Trump tariff to light it on fire. Am I making sense? We talking about 109. I'm back. 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 That's my fault. My back. My back. I'm back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? We back? I pressed the button by mistake. We should have sound now. 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 All right, yeah, we good. We good. I pressed the mute button by mistake. I pressed the mute button by mistake. I pressed the mute button by mistake. Somebody say rewind like 3 minutes. Somebody say rewind like 3 minutes. All right, I just said that, bruh, back. We trapped. There we go. We back. You hear me? We back. We back. We back. We back. All right, that's my bad. That's my bad. That's my bad. All right. So all I was really saying was this. Let's just connect the dots, right? If we just connect the dots, let's just look at it from this perspective right here. Right? Let's just look at it from this perspective. The S&P lost 2.5 trillion. That's a huge move. Crypto liquidations was as about 19. So crypto lost about 19.5 billion. S&P lost about 2.5 trillion. Gold ran through the roof. Silver ran through the roof. Oil and copper, natural gas, all down sharply. Watch this. We had a 21% spike in the VIX. Now, if you don't know what the VIX is a tool that measures future volatility. We had a 21% spike in the VIX. Now, I got some math for you. Anytime the market has a 21% spike in the VIX, the following 2 weeks later, we have a market run of another 3% gain. That's some math for you. This stuff don't just happen random. We had 119 days, y'all. 119 days without any type of 2 to 3% pullback. When you have an overvalued stock and you have overvalued names like that, that's too much optimism. And we need the market to pull back. The market is always looking for a reason. Now, the thing about that is retail investors get hurt the most in these type of times simply because, here's why. You never brace yourself for the downside. You always out there butt naked in the nude. The VIX, anytime you have a 21% spike in the VIX in one day, the following 2 weeks, the market gives you about a 2%, 2 to 3% gain. And so what happens is, as new investors, y'all, you be out there naked. You be out there in the market naked. And you know what happens? You know what happened? Stop loss, baby. Well, I disagree with you on that. Stop losses don't help you over the weekend. Stop losses don't help you after the market. Stop losses can be good and bad. Depends on who you are as a trader, right? Because the one thing we know the market like to do is what? Armed robbery. It'll hit your stop loss just to take your money, then go back the other way. How many people in the chat been victims of that? The market hit your stop loss, boom, go the other way. How many people in the chat been victim to that? Tell the truth about that. Tell the truth about that. How many times? Both ways. The market has hit your stop loss and then ran the other way. Hey, Smack Academy, don't give me, hey, I got something in my head. Chill. Right? It's just part of the game. It's just part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Just part of the game. So for me, it's understanding that markets don't fall because of news. They fall because they're looking for a reason. I said it again. Markets don't fall just because of the news. The markets fall because they look for a reason to sell off. Now, here's what we got to understand. While 1.6 billion tarnished from one mega cap, or from mega caps, another corner of the market lit up. And that was the rare earths, that was the gold, that was things like that. American rare earths, 14%. Linus, NYANS, 5%. US rare earths, 12%. MP materials, 12%. These things ran up. Smart money rotated out of overbought growth and into critical resources. Let me say that again, because y'all ain't listening to me. Smart money just got out of overbought and rotated into critical resources because tariffs shift where money flows, not if it flows. Come on.
Whoop de doo.
Y'all ain't hearing me. Smart money rotated out of overbought growth and into critical resources. Because tariffs, they shift where money flows, not if it flows. Come on, man. I ain't here to just fluff y'all, man. I ain't just here to just talk random to you, family. I ain't here to just talk. Come on, family. I ain't here to just talk random to you, family. No, sir. I'm here to put you on some game, man. I'm here to put you on some game. I'm here to put you up on some game. And that's how we'll go here. Every panic creates a pivot. but every pivot hides a play. Somebody say, Trap, your shit tank. Mine, bro, I lost 270,000 on Friday. But bro, I made before Friday, coming into Friday, I was up 400 like and 10,000. So do I mind giving it back 270? Hell no, bro. It's part of the game. The problem is, bro, that like a lot of us look at money different. For me, I don't look at that as nothing other than tuition to play the game. It's simple. See, I think the biggest issue with a lot of people when they play the market is your goal is to try to avoid losing money. When my goal is to go make money. That's two different perspectives. It's two different perspectives. Your goal is to not lose money. My goal is to go make money. And so the person who has the money is the market is full of abundance. You go look for money. Your goal is never to avoid losing money. Here's the thing, y'all, and I'm going to just keep it 100% real with you. You're going to lose some money in the market. The bigger you play the game, the bigger you're going to have to deal with that. But guess what? When you waking up to guess what? In one day, I made $220,000. Go look on my page. On my Instagram page, I showed it. I think it was Tuesday Wednesday we made 220, Thursday we made 140, one something. Monday we made like 97, Tuesday we made a couple dollars. The goal behind the market is, bro, the market goes up 76% of the time. The market goes up 76% of the time. This is a perfect opportunity for us, y'all. I'm gonna say this again. Every panic creates a pivot, and every pivot hides a play. For us, it's saying, hey, where do I get the plays at? Well, let me tell you something. If we look at this right quick, let me show you something right quick. Watch what I'm about to show you. Watch what I'm about to talk to y'all right quick, because this is how we can position ourselves. Watch this. I'm going to give y'all 5 seconds to get your pen and your paper right quick. We're going to write some stuff down that's going to really be beneficial for us. We're going to write some stuff down that's going to be really beneficial for us. Let me get your pen and your paper. Let me know when you get your pen and your paper. Say, I got it, Trap. That's it. Dancing diamonds. More winners than losers, man. That's what we do here, right? Go get your pen and your paper because we're going to write something down. Make sure you set this live out. Make sure you set this live out. Watch this. Let's just get on our phone right quick. Watch this. NVIDIA fell 4.19%. So if you like NVIDIA going to 200 and it fell to 183, you back in perspective. Watch this. AMAT fell 4.73%. Right? This AMAT, NVDA. Let's go a little further. What's the themes right now that's making it in the market? Let's talk about the themes right quick. Right? Let's talk about that. Let's say, okay, Trap, what themes right now are working in the market? Let's go through that. Y'all want to go through that right quick? Because I want to show just how we get back in position. Let me know if y'all want to just go through that right quick. Where y'all at? Yes. Pressure. I like it because I just want, what happens is, bro, we lose so much confidence over moments like this when not realizing, this is the time. All right, so let's talk about it right quick. Let's go through. I got this wrote down in my phone. That's what I'll be looking for. All right, so watch this. Here we go. Let's go through it. All right. Watch this. Here's the themes that I got wrote down in my phone. Why I can't find this thing? All right, watch this. Hardware, AI hardware. Watch this. NVIDIA. Watch this. TSM. ASML. Don't be surprised if AMD goes back to 187. Right? Watch this. Watch this. What else been going? Nuclear energy. OKLO. CEG. VRT. Right? Watch this. I'm giving you game right quick. Nobody not gonna listen to me. I'm giving you free game right quick. This is free, but nobody not gonna listen to me right quick. Nobody not gonna listen to me. Watch this. The space economy. Rocket Labs. RKLB. Watch this. LUNR. Okay? Watch this. AI utility. IREN. Another one. CIFR. Also, CoreWeave. CRWV. I'm giving you a game right here. Watch this. AI infrastructure. Microsoft. Amazon. Google. NBIS. I'm giving, nobody not gonna come just give y'all the game right quick. And I'm giving you the infrastructure on how it's rolled down. So watch this. AI connectivity, meaning connecting the AI. Watch this. AVGO. Another one. ALAB. Marvell. MRVL. This is another stock I'm about to tell y'all I put y'all on a while back in my groups and in it. Credo, CRDO. Also ANET, ANAT. I'm giving you free game right here. I'm giving you free game right here. I'm giving you free game right here. Cybersecurity, CrowdStrike. I'm giving you a game right here. Palo Alto. I'm giving you a game right here. Watch this. Zscaler. I'm giving y'all a game right here. But y'all ain't gonna listen to me. Y'all gonna stay to complain. Oh, this ain't, y'all gonna complain about this, you gonna complain about that. I'm giving you the game right quick. Watch this. Quantum. IONQ. RGTI. QBTS. That's quantum computing. And then we're gonna go robotics. We're gonna go Tesla. We're gonna go ISRG. And we're gonna go PRCT. And watch this. We're gonna go, watch this. Don't forget this. We gotta go banking. Goldman Sachs. JP Morgan. Capital One, COF. And then we go rare earths. The ones we talked about. You should not be investing in nothing that's not in the theme of what's going on. We should not be investing in nothing to not with the theme that's going on, y'all. This is such an amazing opportunity for us, but our biggest issue as investors is we don't look at the market like it's gonna make us a lot of money. We look at the market by not to lose money, and that's the worst thing we can have. Now, let's go a little further into what we're talking about here. China does have an advantage. China didn't just lead, they built a monopoly. For 20 years while the US was scaling Silicon Valley, China was scaling supply chains. Rare earth elements are essential for fighter jets, drones, radars, smartphones, EVs, and AI chips. Without them, no country can compete on modern warfare technology. Let me just say that again. Without any of that, no country can compete on modern warfare. Listen, while we were scaling Silicon Valley, now don't get me wrong, America has power for sure. America has power for sure. But we also got to give credit, and we also got to look at the rest of the world. So I'm going to say it again. The rare earth elements are essential for fighter jets, drones, radars, smartphones, EVs, AI, chips, robotics. Without them, no country can compete in modern warfare or technology. This is why Trump made that tweet. Somebody say China is always 100 steps ahead or ahead. They just stay low key. I don't agree with that. I think America, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all don't be giving America credit. Yo, America really be on their shit. But we playing a game of chess. So everybody got to move a certain way. Everybody do really good at what they do. What do you think this effect will have on the price of gold? It's going to keep going up. It's going to keep going up. And this is why Trump's 100% tariff isn't about trade. It's about control. I don't agree with that too, for sure. Like China be moving, but man, America be moving, y'all. Like, I'm going to tell you, like America ain't no slump, y'all. Like, because trust me, if there was a slump, like somebody at the bank came and took us over. Somebody said, America has rich politicians but poor people, and then there is us. Go look at how many poor people in China. You'll be shocked. It's way more. China move humbly. I don't know if they move humbly. We ain't in China to watch the Chinese news. Trust me, I went to China, I saw a lot of people complaining. You feel me? Facts. But let's go a little further though. Now, this is truly why the Trump tariff was about control. Right? We're not in a trade war, we're in a resource war, y'all. We're not in a trade war, we are in a resource war. And your goal for this is to ride the trend. Don't try to predict the top. Don't try to predict the bottom. Now, let's just talk about psychology for a minute. Every trader wants to call tops. They want to call bottoms. But that's just not how wealth is made, y'all. Trends go further than you think. Fear shakes out the weak hands, y'all. That's why I said don't get shaken out. You want to look for clarity. You want to look for structure. You want to try to take your emotion out of it. Volume, momentum. That's what you're looking for. Scale smartly. I want you to understand something, man. Professionals don't predict their position. And that's what we got to do, dog. Like, we got to just be positioning for AI, positioning for energy. Companies like CEG, that's why I named that out. Now, let's just zoom out for a little bit. Tariffs aren't the story. The real story is, where are we headed? Am I making sense right now, y'all? Am I making sense, y'all? Like, are we trapping right now, y'all? Like, let me know if because I don't want to waste y'all time tonight. I don't want to waste y'all time. Like, we got 1.7 people watching, 1,700 people watching. Salute to y'all, man. Man, share this live. Let's get to 2,000 people, and I'm gonna repeat our list all over again. Well, I think we should be watching. I'm gonna repeat our list all over again. Once we get to 2,000 people, I'm gonna repeat the list all over again, y'all. Do that for me. Let's repeat the list over again. But let's get us to 2,000 people in the job. I would love that. I would appreciate that. This is a random live. Make sure we get the likes up. Make sure we get the likes up. All right. Now, I want to go a little further into this. How y'all feeling tonight? Y'all feel like I'm giving game? Y'all feel like we giving some game? I'm gonna just look at some questions right quick. Do you think we are headed in the right direction? I think so. You gotta think we did 119 days with no 2 to 3% pullback. We was overdue. We was overdue for that. So I don't want you to feel as whether you're an investor or a trader, this is the perfect opportunity. 100% APLD. We talked about that maybe like 4 or 5 months ago. Now, let's just zoom out for a second. Here's the real story. AI chips are needed. Chips need rare earths. Rare earth need secure supply chains. And secure supply chains need policy, not politics. Come on, y'all. Am I talking to you? Say it again. AI needs chips. Chips need rare earths. Rare earths need secure supply chains. Secure supply chains need policy, not politics. Okay, let's make that make sense. This is not going to be about policies that are put in place. This is why you see Donald Trump and his team investing in certain companies, because the goal is to put policies in place to ensure America's stable. Now, after China, America is next in line with the processing. Listen to what I'm saying. Not the rare earths itself, but processing. China has about a 75 to 80% of all the processing. This is why you see America buying into and getting stakes into companies that do what? Do some of the processing. So America is trying to position themselves not to be dependent on China. And China is trying to make sure they doesn't give up the position. So now here's what we know. Remember, Trump said something that really hurt the markets, what made the markets get scared, when he said, yo, I'm not even meeting with President Xi. But at the same time, he didn't do what? Cancel the meeting. They got a meeting, y'all. They're gonna sit down and talk. And guess what they're gonna use as the pawn? NVIDIA. Guess what they're gonna use as NVIDIA. NVIDIA is gonna be the pawn in the game. Guess why? Watch this. I don't care what Huawei does, they will never be as good as ginseng wine. They late. The boy on a whole nother level. This is why China said, hey, don't none of y'all companies in China get no chips from NVIDIA. He said that. Don't get none from NVIDIA. You know why? It wasn't because he wasn't going to need them. President Xi understood the leverage that China had with the rare earth processing. This is our leverage. America, Trump got to understand the leverage we have with NVIDIA. So what's going to happen is that becomes the bargaining chip. that becomes the bargaining chip. That becomes the chip that we sit at the table with and negotiate. How do you let us get access to this while we give you this? Now, how that's going to work out is going to work out in a way where, watch this. This is why Donald Trump got a 15% stake in NVIDIA and AMD.
Whoop-de-doo.
The boy played big boy ball. The boy played big boy ball. He played big boy ball. This ain't just. You heard me? Why you think he took a stake in NVIDIA and AMD 10%? The Trump administration. Why? This is going to be the bargaining chip. China understands how powerful NVIDIA is. Now, they have complete confidence that Huawei and Baidu, that they can do pretty good, but they can't do with NVIDIA. Watch this. How do we know? Remember when the company came out, DeepSeek, and they was supposed to compete with NVIDIA and the market fell for no apparent reason and on NVIDIA, and then come to find out that the people had what? 56,000 NVIDIA chips. And then the market finds out that they have 56,000 NVIDIA chips. So how you gonna be better than me with my own chip? You can't. It's impossible. And guess what Ginseng Wan doing? He coming up with something every time. That's why he told Lisa Su, I don't know why. And that's his cousin. He was like, yo, I don't know why you would sell part of your company to go with OpenAI when we got to supply OpenAI. Well, she trying to compete. Well, good. Guess what? Bro, keep on evolving. He keep on evolving at a high level. You got to remember, he got some of their blood in him. He brilliant. So everybody playing chess. This is what I'm telling y'all. Trump playing chess, China playing chess. But the thing is, watch this. Watch this. Everybody trying to avoid getting checkmated. Now, let me show you why the market fall yesterday wasn't as bad as you think it is. Watch this. And let me show you why it gives Trump leverage. So even with that fall yesterday, the market is only down 10%. So the market lost 3% yesterday. The market lost 2.9% yesterday. The market was up right at 13%, right? So even with that fall yesterday, the market lost $18, right? Even with that fall yesterday, the market is still 10%. Guess what? That's still leverage for Trump. Why? He can leverage that because as long as he doesn't have a declining market, as long as he can end the year with a double-digit positive market, that's a good market. All right, y'all don't understand how that makes sense. Okay, cool. Watch this. One of the things you don't want on your list as a president, especially a money man like Donald Trump, is a market that's negative. Can you understand a company trading 10 times their multiple? Companies always trade. Bro, listen to me. So watch this. Very seldom do companies trade at fair value. You know why? Because the stock market is a forward-looking mechanism. You need something like what happened in April and March to happen to get companies to go to fair value. The problem with that is when they come to fair value, y'all keep thinking the market gonna go lower. So when you get an NVIDIA at $83, you keep saying, I wanted to go lower. When you get Facebook at $98 in 2022, you keep saying, I wanted to go lower. When you get Netflix that was a $700 company go all the way to $200, guess what you keep saying? I wanted to go lower. So the very few times that the market do trade at fair value, you keep saying, I wanted to go lower. And then when the market runs back up, you keep saying, oh, the market too high. You don't understand how to take advantage when the market is low and you complain when the market is high. Listen, the market goes up 76% of the time, which simply means the market is going to be way more overvalued than it is for fair value. So the United States gets 10%. Go look up the AMD NVIDIA deal with the Trump administration, not the United States. The Trump administration has a 15% stake deal with, they get 15% of NVIDIA and AMD's revenue. That was a deal they made. The market is a forward-looking mechanism. So it's gonna always be overvalued way. I'm gonna say to rephrase that. It's gonna be overvalued way more than it has a fair value. You know why? This is why guidance in a company gets more recognition than actual earnings and revenue right now. We still got a 2% correction company. Newsflash, my brother, 2% is not a correction. 5% is 10% is a correction. 10% is a correction. 10% is a correction, not 2%. 2% is still just a pullback. Oh, okay. Somebody say, Trap, we over 2,000, bro. Stop playing. Give me my money. They say, Trap, we over 2,000. Give me my money. All right, so here we go. I had a list because I know y'all don't be liking to pay attention. I had a list. And on my list, what I wrote down on the list was where we need to be investing at, what we need to be looking at, what we need to be doing moving forward. Right? I'm just adding to what we got now. Nah, that still ain't a correction. Correction is 10%. And we don't, it's very unlikely for you to get 2 corrections in 1 year. That ain't likely. We had that already. We had that already. All right, so here we go. I wrote out a list. I put the list in my phone. Stop saying that. We here, we listening. Saying what? Stop saying what? Let me know what you're saying. I'm reading the chat, y'all. I'm active, you heard me? Trap, do you think the future? I don't know how I be doing it. I be pressing that button by mistake. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I don't know how I be pressing that button by mistake, but here I come. Y'all can hear me again. Y'all can hear me. Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. Calm down. We back in the building. I be pressing the button by mistake. I'm good, I'm good. We good, we good, we good, we good. Let me know when y'all ready. When y'all can hear. Let me know when y'all ready. We can hear. Let's get to it. All right, before I give the list, I want to do something. Before I get the list, I want to say something because I think it's important for us to understand because you're going to understand the list. Hold up. Somebody said, bruh, just say the list. Hey, you can leave. Check that out. You can leave, bro. I don't got to say nothing. I don't know you like that anyway. You don't come on here telling me what to do. I'm coming give a game to us. You can leave, family. Like, you can leave, bro. I'm just being real. You don't need me. I don't need you. You can leave. If you ain't gonna appreciate what I'm saying and what I come to, give game, you can leave, fam, and we good. You feel me? You can leave, bro. I promise you that. It ain't gonna hurt me or you. We both can go on with our merry lives and we can make money however we gonna make money. Man, watch out. Man, watch out, man. Man, watch out, man. Go ahead, man. Man, watch out, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You can leave, bro. It ain't gonna hurt me or you if you leave. You know what I'm saying? Some man go on with the list. Man, you tripping. All right, watch this, y'all. So here's what I want to say before I get to the list, because the list gonna make sense when I say this to you. Watch this. As the AI revolution scales, I want you to understand something. Data centers need more power, cooling, and materials. Copper, nickel, lithium, and rare earths. These tariffs do accelerate. Watch this. Reshoring. The U.S. companies like U.S. Rare Earth, MPs, Linears, and USAR. I want you to understand that. And it's important that you understand that. It's important that you understand that. Now, as I do this, here's the list. Because if we look at the theme, for me, it's always about, in the way I trade, bro, China don't care about you. I don't think they care about you either, bro. I don't think they care about you either, bro. All right, let's go, man. Because we got people listening, man. Let's go. So I wrote out a list. And my list is cool because I think we should be willing to follow the theme of where the market is going and what the market is doing, right? And so what happens is, I think a lot of people make the mistake in trying to go buy where the market is not rewarding. And I think the goal for us is to buy where the market is rewarding. This is why we got into the USAR play Monday. So for me, it's not just saying why, it's not just giving the list, it's me telling you why we in the list and why we doing certain things. And I think that's the biggest problem why people don't succeed in the market, is because, I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all act like it's 1913. Matter of fact, how we gonna act like it's 1930 when none of us was here? So we don't know how to act like it's 1930. Second of all, ain't nobody saying China get pushed around. What are you talking about, fam? You on the wrong level. You on the wrong channel, bro. All right, so let's go a little further into this right quick. So I think a lot of people won't succeed in the market simply because, you know what you want? You just want somebody to give you a list. You want somebody to give you stocks to pick. And what happens is you don't want to do no research and you don't want to understand why we doing it. So for me, I'm an information person. I don't just like to tell people companies. I like to tell you why and give you data on why I'm giving you a company or why I'm saying a company. So I like to give information and data before I do something. That's my whole goal behind everything. It's to help us grow, to help us build, to help us get money. So let's get into it. So the reason why I built this list out is because I built this out and I wrote it out last night because I feel like if we look at what the market is rewarding, then it'll put us in a great position, right? So one on the list is we'll go with AI utility, which means these are the things that becomes the utility behind AI. Think about your lights. What are your utility bills? These are the things that are responsible for your house doing what? Functioning in the right manner. It's the things Trap, stop reading. No, I just like to let people know I'm engaging. I'm still in good spirits, y'all. Like I'm still in good spirits, and I know it's more love in here than hate. You hear me? So I'm in good spirits. I just like interacting, y'all. That's all. Don't. I like interacting, and I'm saying it with a good heart and a clean heart. So I ain't tripping. You hear me? But I appreciate y'all. So let's write out the list right quick. So the first thing is AI utility. Write that down. AI utility. And so you think about the AI utility like this. You think about your house, right? What are the things that help your house function properly? So do you need the lights in your house? No. Do you need water? But if you have water and lights, it helps the house move a different way. That's the utility. Right? So the AI utility I got on my list, IREN. I got also on my list CoreWeave, CRWV. I also got on my list CIFR. Those are utilities. Now, let's go a little further. Let's look at them right quick. Let's just talk. Now, while I'm talking to y'all with my list, this time I'm going to go in depth. I'm going to go in depth because now we're going to look at it on, we're going to go in depth, but then I'm going to look at it on Robinhood while I'm looking at it. And I'm going to look at it as from a price perspective, what I think would be I'm not going to say the go-to price, but like a cool, I hope my phone don't die. All right, so and you'll notice a theme between everything I put up. Watch this. IREN, year to date, up 474%. It's $59 right now. Watch this. At $59, I think at $59, I like it at 49. I like it at 49. That's my sleeper. I like it at 49. Cool weave, 240%. I like it at 130. I like it at 130. And it's just me I like it at 130. And the reason why I said it because I may be wrong and nobody's always right, but I truly think I think Monday gonna also be a knee-jerk reaction. I think Monday will also be a knee-jerk reaction. Right? So let's go to AI hardware. So think about the nuts and bolts of AI. Of course, I like NVIDIA. Of course, we like ASML. Of course, for me, TSM. And I know y'all like AMD. I know y'all like AMD. 100% a high chance of a gap down Monday. And that's why I'm saying that. Man, I'm a grown ass man. I'm 43 years old, man. I ain't saying no pause. We talking about stocks, man. If you mind somewhere else while we talking about stocks, you on the wrong level, not me, man. I like AMD. I know y'all like AMD. All right, so let's look at it right quick. All right. So just me, not saying it's going to happen, but just saying what I like it at. NVIDIA 183. I like a 179 NVIDIA. Market not closed Monday, just the bond market. What if Monday isn't a gap down? Well, it's not a gap down. What if it's not? It's not a gap down. Right? I like NVIDIA at 179. ASML. It's a big dog. I like it if it falls back to 900. Y'all are sleeping on Intel. I'm not sleeping on Intel. I just don't think it's a good fundamental company. I'm not sleeping on it. I like fundamentals. I like fundamentally strong companies. All right, so then let's go a little further to AI connectivity. So that's connecting the AI. We talking about the networks, right? So of course, I like AVGO, the Internet of Things. 90%, I put out a video on that. 90% of all internet traffic goes through Broadcom. So I like AVGO. I like ALAB. I love CRDO, and I like ANET. That's AI connectivity. Remember, I'm telling y'all the companies based on the department that is in when it comes to AI. Right? AVGO, ALAB, CRDO, and ANET. That comes to AI connectivity. I like that. If you like anything AI, of course you go SMH. Right? And you can't skip out on the space economy. You can't skip out on the space economy because they've been running too. And so you think about the space economy, the first thing you got to think about is rocket labs. Ticker symbol RKLB. RKLB. Up 143% year to date. Fell down 3% Friday. I think if it goes to 59, it's a ringer. It's a ringer. Y'all with me? Not really sold too much on LUNR. It's all right. Not too sold on it like that. I'm just talking about the industry that is in though. Does that make sense? Now, a sleeper is Planet Labs, PL, up 243% year to date. That's a sleeper. It did lose 6 cents. It did go down 6% and another 4% after hours. I think if it goes down to about $12, I think that's a good catch. Planet Labs. If it goes down to about $12, it's a lick. I think it's a lick. Make sure y'all share this out, man. Let's see if we can get 2,500 people in here. We giving game out tonight. All right. Let's go a little further, man. How y'all feeling in the chat? Talk to me. How y'all feeling in the chat? Come on, come on, come on, come on. How y'all feeling in the chat? How y'all feeling in the chat? All right. So next on the list, I think we gotta go. No, we can't go. We can't go. We can't talk about none of this if we don't go nuclear energy. I think first on the list is okay. And I ain't gonna lie, my Patreon been eating this up alive. I haven't been a part of this with them because they've been on their own, but they've been eating this one alive. I'm talking about they've been going crazy. But I do think I'm gonna get in it with them moving forward. I like what I see right here. I had to do my research on it. OKLO is up 600% year to date. They've been going crazy with OKLO. They've been on it on their own. I've been saluting them, but I see it had a healthy pullback. I see the all-time high for it is at 161. It's currently trading at 148. I like that. I like that. It give me enough room to the upside. Give me enough room to the upside. OKLO. So I'm gonna actually get on a chart for that one. As a matter of fact, let me see something right quick. Y'all might get access to something right quick. Y'all might get access to something right quick. Come on, man. Let me see something right quick. Y'all might get access to something right quick. I don't know. Let me see something. Camera 2. Let me see something. Oh. Damn. Hold up. 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 Man, get off of here, man. Let's look at this right quick. Let's look at this as a squad right quick. Hold on. While I'm on it. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Talk to me right quick in the chat. Come on, it's real time right here. Can y'all see that? Y'all can see that? Can y'all see that? All right, let's see something right quick. So this is our previous week's high because we're going into this week. So let's mark that. Then it's the previous week's low. Let's mark that. All right, then we go to the daily. And so that's the daily high. So it hit a high. Let's go here, let's mark it. That's the low. All right. So I like what we got right here. Okay, so we know for a fact they got liquidity right here. So current candle. So we know 130 is last week's low. Oh, let me tap this. So we know that 130 is last week's low. So that's gonna be, and we see that 130 is last week's low. So because we see 130 as last week's low, and we see it's currently above our 20-day SMA, we like that. So we know it's in a current bull market. We like that. Uptrend is good. Macro uptrend is good. We also see right here, see that line right there? We see some sellers got trapped in right there. And what do you mean by trapped in right there? Trapped, that mean that some sellers came in when it went up. Let me open it up a little more. Right now that look better. We see that some sellers came in right here and got trapped up in this area right here. And what do I mean by trap? What that means to us is, so it started out here at the bottom and then it went to all-time high. Once it got to all-time high, you had some sellers that got it, some buyers that got in late, right? So when the buyers got in late thinking it was going to push up some more, it stopped at 160, 141 and started pushing back down. And that was on the daily. So that means after the news yesterday, it started selling off and some people got caught in that late. It opened up at 137 and it closed at 147.35 and then it closed at 147. So you still had a $12 move yesterday. You had a $9 move yesterday altogether. I mean, you had a $9 move. Damn, that's big. Then it got all the way up to 161, came back down. I'm also interested in this level right here. Yeah. So I'm interested to see that. Then we get into the 4 hours. So we see that. Yup. That's good. Now I want you to notice something about this 4 hour chart right here. Notice this right here. Notice that at 147, if you see this previous candle right here, that was a high that it went to on Monday. So watch this. Here's how that's interesting right here. Here's how we know that's interesting right there. We noticed that on Monday we had a gap up. So we had this, then we had the gap up, right? That jumped us up here. And then it pushed up to 147 and then it pushed back down. So it got to 147. So Monday was a previous day. Monday was a high as well. Let's go back to make sure to confirm that. Yep. So that tells us that Monday it hit an all-time high, then sold off. Then after it sold off Monday, you had this. So Monday you had that consolidation up in there. And then what happened was Friday, it jumped up. So Friday came here, broke previous day high Friday, broke previous all-time high Friday, jumped all the way up. hit all-time high, and then the later part of the day it came back down. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? So here's the dope part about it. It actually uses the previous all-time high as support. Y'all see that? Y'all see how I use the previous all-time high as support? So we got to keep that in mind. It closed that previous all-time high. Now what I will be looking for now is that previous day's low. When we go back here, that's in the wrong spot. Wait, let me see something. My previous week low is there. Previous day low is here. Yeah. So now what I will be looking for, I will be looking at 137 as a new form of support, right? That will be my second layer of support. If it hits 137.69, that's my next layer of support, but then that will bring us right back into that consolidation box. And then 130 would be my last level because the 130 is sitting right on top of your 20-day SMA. That will be called what's be called a demand shelf. If you look at that, you see 1, 2, 3 times you see, and you can count this one. Notice that 130, this been the level ever since this right here. Notice how that's been a level since that mark right there. Right, so that 130 has been the level since that candle right there. So now we see it multiple times. It now becomes what's called a demand shelf. And what that simply means is the sellers want to hold that mark. The sellers want to hold that 130.40. There you go. A lot of consolidation, but remains to keep pushing up. So here's what you see. You see that 130. You see that 130 becomes a what's called a demand shelf. And so it's sitting on that demand shelf, and that's real cool that it's sitting on that because that tells us that's the last level. If it breaks that, then that means sellers have now dominated what's going on. And that truly tells us that buyers have lost complete control. So the buyers truly want to hold that level of 130.40, and it's sitting on top of your 20-day SMA, which is 129.46, which are right by each other. It's a tick away. So we like what we see right there on that. So if I'm looking at OKLO, let's go to our 1 hour and see what's up. So let's break this down from a buyer's perspective. Overall, we have a bullish uptrend in place, a macro uptrend in place, which means overall uptrend. Got an overall uptrend in place. We had all-time high at 147. Let's go back a little bit more. We had an all-time high at we hit all-time high here at 144. Then we had a sell-off. Then we had a gap down right here. Notice that it came to fill that gap up. You had a gap from here to here. Notice that it filled that gap right there. It came and filled that. I don't know why my thing ain't moving right. Notice that it filled that gap. And once it filled that gap, you see how it filled that gap. Once it filled that gap, you had strong buying pressure. Watch this. This is a good move if you pay attention to it. Watch this. You had strong buying pressure, and then you had three indecisive candles. Now, why do we call those indecisive candles and not nobody getting trapped? Well, because what happens is, watch this. You jump on top of your buying seller pressures in, so it fills that gap up, right? It fills that gap up. It tells us buyers are in control. But then I want to take this away from it, off it, so we can tell you another story. Notice how you have 3 doji candles in the same position, and all of them use the 20-day SMA as a springboard, which tells us that our 20 SMA actually was the level that buyers wanted to defend. Let me say that again. This is a complete sign. This is a really good sign, right? Notice we filled that gap. We filled that gap with that large green candle, right? That means buyers stepped all the way in, which was good. I'm gonna tell you something you see that's really good at the bottom. At the bottom of that, you see that green gravestone, which is really good, right? Which is this right here. Is at the bottom, which is good. So then what happens is you have light buying pressure, then you have indecisive buying pressure, then you see buyers build up a little more pressure, and then you see buyers gap up. That's a small gap between them. You see buyers gap up, and then sellers try to push it down, and then buyers step all the way in. So when buyers step all the way in, they fill that gap up, and notice they come right back to that level, which is the top of that box. Box is really good. Watch this. And then for a day and a half, you get indecision. You get indecision for a day and a half. And then the next day, you get a gap up above the box, which is really good. You get a gap up above the box, and then you hit all-time high at 147. You hit all-time high at 147, and then sellers step in, because what happens? Sellers are doing what? Defending all-time high. They say y'all getting carried away. Y'all trying to run off. Sellers are trying to maintain control and keep everybody honest. Sellers are trying to maintain control and keep everybody honest. Am I making sense right now? Am I making sense right now? Let me know if we making sense right now. Just let me know if we making sense right now. Damn, damn. I thought I was giving some game. I'll get a thumbs down. God. Y'all hard. All right. So then, after sellers hold that, notice that the 130 becomes the line that the buyers start to defend. The 130 becomes the line that the buyers start to defend. That becomes our demand shelf. So all you can say is support, right? Becomes that demand shelf because buyers want to do that. Buyers want to defend that. And then what happens is it's sitting right on top of our what? 20 SMA. Once we sit on top of that, then we notice Friday. What happens? You get that spot. You get that jump up. You get that jump up. And then what happens is we hit all-time high again. We hit all-time high again. Then you hit what? You see sellers get what? They get defensive. So what do sellers do? Sellers then trap buyers in. Buyers get trapped in. We get the sell-off. How do we know buyers get trapped in? Because we see this all-time high right here. And then as soon as it hit all-time high, it pushes down. And then once it pushes down, it goes into sellers taking over. This is a sign that buyers are trapped. Defend, meaning they not letting it go no higher. They saw that line and they stepped in and said, nah, y'all going too far, god darn it. So 161 is resistance. Now 161 is your new resistance. And you can use 147 as your old form of support. Why is 147.27 your old form of support? Because that's previous all-time high. The thing that was once resistant now came support. And so now 147 is your first form of support. So now we'll do this right here. This is where I get a little jazz at with it. Right? I'll come from this. I'll come from that low point. Throw the fib on the chart. And look how good the fib is. So the fib is so good when we come from there. Why do we come from that? Because that's the counter before the gap up. Right? Well, why did you use that as your fib, Trap? I mean, well, what does the fib tell me, Trap? Well, look at the halfway point of the fib. The halfway point of the fib is right below what? Your previous day low, which what I told us is our what? Second form of support. So your 50% fib, well, what does that mean, Trap? That means if OKLO comes down to the 50% mark, that means it has retraced 50% of the biggest of the move. So it done gave us half. It has given us back half of the overall move. So a great price to get in if you're trying to trade it will 100% be 37.69. Now, you got first level of support is what? 147.27. Candle over candle mean the next candle, that mean you have a candle opening above the previous candle. So if you look at the last two green candles right here, this candle and this candle, you have a candle over candle, which means this candle opened above that candle. That's a good sign. When you have candle over candles, that tell you that's a good sign, because that means this candle is, you say people can't even spell Fibonacci. Shit, I probably can't spell it either, but I know how to use it. I ain't tripping. I can't spell ambulance right, but if I need one, I know what to call. So Gen 3, hear me. I ain't mad. There's a lot of stuff. I can't probably spell helicopter right, but I probably, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's not going back to 37. I didn't say 37. I said 137, Queen. I said 137. I probably can't spell Fibonacci right out if you take it off the screen. That's all right. Oh, I know Gen 3. I know. I'm just saying shit. I probably can't spell it right either, dog. It's all good. You feel me? Nah, it's all good, man. I know I ain't tripping. That's a fact, the amber lamp. The amber lamp. You feel me? I did say 37. Well, I meant to say 137. We looking right at 37. So come on, y'all. We looking right at 137. Come on. Right? So if I'm looking at OKLO, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, it sold off. It stopped at support at 147.27. I'm not mad at that because it got enough room from 147.27 up to 161.41. But in order for me to get in it above where it's at right now, I would need to see it open, and then I would need to see something like this. With no wick at the bottom. And then I would need to see something like that. I would need to see some type of candle open in the middle or above that red candle. Right? And then we go to our 1 hour. What is going on here? So let me get some of this off the screen. Oh, that looks good. So we're looking at the 1 hour. Now the box look even better. It looks even better on the 1 hour. So now on the 1 hour, what really looks good about the 1 hour is Now you see it. You see that liquidity at the top. We see that liquidity at the top forming. I would even use instead of me using that, now look at this. When you look at that 140.37 on your 1 hour is right at the top of this. It brings us right back into that box of consolidation. And that becomes interesting. So one of the things we do see that's still in alignment is we see that it's still above our what? Our 20 SMA, and that's good. Why the 20 SMA? Because the 20 and the 50 SMA lets us know. For me, the 20 and the 20 and the 50 let me know. The 20 let me know we still in the overall bull market for the short term, and that's essential for me. So, just a little something, man. Man, I hope y'all learned a lot from me tonight, man. My goal was just to come give y'all some game tonight. I wound up getting on a chart. I really ain't mean to do all that. That probably took away from some of what we had going on, but you know, my goal was to just get us on a chart and talk to us before we go. Now, what I do want to do is before we go, I do want to say something. And I think this is important before we go. We got to be willing to move from panic to power. And what we saw was $1.6 trillion sell-off. And a lot of people panicked. But to me, it was really a reset. Overvalued names got corrected. Fundamentals got rebalanced. And those watching closely saw money move quietly into new frontiers. The question really isn't if the market rebounds, it's where it rebounds. Will it be the same tech names or in the companies building the next industrial backbone to America? And all I really want to say to us is fear is loud, but wealth moves with precision. And right now, the next decade of winners are building, accumulating, and they ain't really advertising until it's too late. I want y'all to do me a favor, man. If you got some value from what we just dropped, man, leave me a like, comment ready to build. The next live, we'll probably do something else. Let me know if y'all like when I do these lives, man. Let me know if y'all like when I do these lives, if they help us, if they help y'all, if y'all find them being helpful. I don't mind doing a live like once a week. But what I will say, man, is come join the Patreon. I try to do 2 lives a week. Last week, I just got busy. We try to do 2 lives a week. And we try to chart some things out. I know for sure we're going to get busy this week. And we may average down into some of the plays that we have right now, but that's cool. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to do me a favor, man. Again, I'm going to throw my subscribe button up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go subscribe to the channel. We have 574,000 subscribers. Help us get to 600,000 subscribers by the end of the month, man. And the way that you do that is not by selling anything. It's by going to some of the old posts that we dropped. Yesterday, we dropped something good, breaking something. We've been dropping stuff every day on this channel. Go like those. Go share them out to some people that you know. Comment. Instagram, but most so about the YouTube, because we're going to be dropping a lot of comments, a lot of stuff on this YouTube. 4 hours worth of good game from the Patreon call. Yep, for sure, man. So that's what I did. I dropped 2.5, 3 hours of game on the Patreon. Then I came in here just now and did this. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for giving me 1.5 hours of y'all time, 2 hours of y'all time. Thank y'all for that. I know y'all had a lot of stuff to do today. I don't take y'all time for granted. My goal is to help us keep making money in this market. But sometimes things happen. I'm not ashamed to say that yesterday I lost $270,000. Go look on my Instagram. It's there. I don't hide my losses. But if you also look on that page, you'll see one day I posted a $120,000 win. Another day I posted one day I posted a $140,000 win. Another day I posted a $220,000 win. Had some more big wins along the way. This is all a part of the game for me. This is why I love this game. And I don't play this game to try to. Hello? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Yeah. I don't try to play this game to flex on nobody or nothing like that. My goal for playing this game is to show y'all that we can win big no matter where we start from. And the biggest time for us to make the most money in the market is when the market do things like it did Friday. And all we got to do is come for Monday, and we don't got to jump in the market. We let the market tell us what it's going to do. So we don't got to jump in buys Monday. We don't got to jump in puts Monday. Let the market tell us what it's going to do. We just let the market tell us what it want to do. If the market decides to gap down and then flow down, guess what we can do? God is so good. If the market decides to gap down, guess what we do? We can play us a little put. And I would specifically say, if the market gaps down, play your put on the S&P or the QQQ. You don't even have to go individual stocks. Play your put on S&P, plus it play your put on QQQ, play your put on SMH, and then use the money from those puts to recalibrate. And that's how we win this game. So for that, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's 9 o'clock. I hope everyone has an amazing night. I hope everyone is, show my girl I'm on live. I hope everyone is having an amazing night. I hope everyone has an amazing weekend and get back to the money Monday. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Wall Street looks like us now. Make sure you come join the Patreon. Make sure you come join Trappers Anonymous. If not, we just got a ton of free information on here that you can check out. But do me a favor, make sure you like it and subscribe. And if you haven't checked that out, So Trapping Tuesday, it comes on each and every Tuesday on the Wall Street Looks Like Us Now network on the YouTube. Right there, we're at about 191,000 people, and we're trying to get to 200,000. So help us out. The goal over here is 600,000. The goal over there is 200,000, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.